Hi guys, it's me Lewis, and today I'm here to give out my thoughts and opinions on Acclaim coming back as an Indian retro publishing studio. Now, this is some big news right here. I was not expecting Acclaim to come back in a very interesting light, because lo and behold, this company has been dead for almost a decade, and lo and behold, they've now been revived thanks to its former founders who founded the company back in 1987 before they were defunct in 2010. But before we get to the whole thoughts and opinion side of things, we need to actually look back at Acclaim's history that led them to their success all the way to their unfortunate demise. Now, way back in the 80s, they were heavily known for making the WWE games, or WWF games back in the day, or publishing them, I should say, sorry, where they actually got Jeff Jarrett, yes, the Jeff Jarrett, to help work on the game, let alone market it at the same time. And lo and behold, Jeff Jarrett is coming back to work with Acclaim again in modern times, which I think is absolutely fantastic. But of course, we cannot forget the fact that Acclaim was also known for publishing multiple other games as well in the future. And they went out of their way to, of course, publish games such as Maximum Carnage, which, of course, that is an absolute classic in my book. Which, to any retro fans out there, if you have not played Maximum Carnage, please go ahead and play it. It's such a great Spider-Man and Venom beat 'em up. It is so damn good, and I mean, it's really damn good. But of course, they were also known for working on Turok. They were also known for publishing the Mortal Kombat trilogy games, but way back in the 90s, where Midway was having trouble trying to get them ported onto consoles, which Acclaim was happy to help them with. And of course, as you can see on the screen right here, lo and behold, yes, they were also known for publishing and developing the Extreme G series, one of my all-time favorite games from Acclaim. Now, I could go on and on about the other games that they published over the years, but of course that would just drag on. That would just drag on for hours. But now we need to fast forward to the late 90s, where they were still being successful despite the fact that they were putting out several stinkers here and there. Extreme G, along with the Burnout, along with the early two installments of the Burnout series, was no doubt keeping the company on its feet. But, of course, fast forward to the 2000s, that was when Acclaim got lazy. They got sloppy. They believed that they could do no wrong by publishing any random crap and hoping people would like it. And lo and behold, you had that one Gladiator game, you had that one beach volleyball game, you even had their own version of EA Sports with all the different sports iteration games, from baseball to football, hockey, golf, so on and so forth. And this ended up costing the company millions of dollars in losses, because again, Acclaim believed that they could pull the whole third-party tactic route like what EA and 2K Games did. But unfortunately for them, that ended up costing them way more losses in revenue than you would expect. And of course, 2010 hit. That was when, of course, the company died, gone, finito, deceased. And to make matters even worse, Extreme G4 was cancelled during that same time period, because Extreme G4 was also going to have online multiplayer, something that I was looking forward to, and of course, hearing that unfortunate news, that practically broke my very heart. But unfortunately, that unfortunate death of Acclaim was caused on them, not on us. However, fast forward today, you have of course the original founders who actually held on to the rights of their own company and saying to the entire world, "Hey, guess what? We're back. We're coming back now as an Indian retro studio. We're planning to help on small studios get their games out, whilst reviving a lot of classic IPs that we originally own, all the way to the license types." So this is a big fucking deal for gamers like us, especially for Acclaim too, because if you think of it this way, right, you like them mentioning that they are going to revive licensed IPs as well as the IPs that they originally owned or used to own, is a massive deal. Now, some of you are probably thinking to yourselves, well, hold on 1 minute, Lewis. Doesn't Throwback Entertainment own Extreme G now, as well as Vex and several other titles that Acclaim originally used to have? True, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Acclaim can't just knock on their door one day and just say, hey Throwback, can we revive some of the IPs that we used to own that you own now? And if Throwback says yeah, then there's a good chance we could actually see Extreme G and Vex again. Now, keep in mind though, they're not going to like announce any classic titles coming back overnight, because of course this is going to take a lot. This is going to take a lot, and I mean a lot of time to try and make the decisions on what is actually right for the company. Now, the way I see it is that in my thoughts and opinions on how they're going to go about with their business strategy this time around is that, yeah, hopefully they've learned from their mistakes. That's all I can pray for. But if they have learned from their mistakes, the first thing that they need to do is look back at what games are worth bringing back first before working their way up to the top. Again, it's all about starting off. It's all about starting from the bottom and working your way up, and that's precisely what Acclaim needs to do here. So, in my personal opinion, they definitely need to revive the WWF games that they used to work on, and I hope to God that WWE would actually allow them. Now, granted, they can't use the WWF title or symbol, of course. Obviously, that's been copyrighted by another company that's using it, which we all know, but they can still try and edit that shit out, but keep the gameplay the same as humanly possible, right? I'm pretty sure they can pull that off, no problem. Now, once that's out the way, they can try and work on other licensed IPs, such as reviving possibly Maximum Carnage, which please Acclaim, please do that, and possibly help with the revival of the Mortal Kombat trilogy, which, by the way, Warner Brothers is definitely in some deep shit right now, so maybe if Acclaim approaches them with the idea of trying to revive a Mortal Kombat trilogy collection with online features, then hopefully that could actually hopefully that can bring in some revenue for both sides of the company. Hopefully that can get Warner Brothers back on their toes again. But after that, that's when they have to start making the decision of approaching a company like Throwback to bring back the Extreme G series. Now, what do I want in terms of Extreme G and Vex? Well, Extreme G, for example, a game I absolutely loved from my childhood, from the 90s to the 2000s. I seriously want Acclaim to do a full-blown remake of Extreme G3 and its spin-off game XGRA. Both of them having online features, and I guarantee you right now, if they bring up the confirmation of online multiplayer being part of both games, think about how many downloads that game both those games would receive. Like Extreme G fans like myself would go absolutely nuts for that, and I mean, we would go seriously nuts for it. However, when it comes to Vex, on the other hand, just do a full-blown remaster from the ground up. That's all you have to do. Also tweak the controls a little bit. That's all Acclaim has to do. Now, do I personally believe that they should just work on indie games first and then classic IPs later? No, I personally believe they should do a mix mash of indie retro. That way that can actually help increase the Dublin sales of ad revenue, in hopes to actually bring back their classic IPs that they desperately want. They can possibly ask Throwback Entertainment if they can bring back possibly, I don't know, Trick Style. Hopefully Acclaim can bring back Revolt, which by the way is another classic racing game that they used to work on. Speed Kings, that one beach volleyball game which was which is absolutely random from them, but okay. But yeah, the list goes on here, man. Like, I would love to see where Acclaim is going to go with this, and I hope to God they've learned from their mistakes. I hope to God they have. And before I go, I want to add one last thing to this whole scenario regarding Acclaim. since we're seeing the revival of classic companies like Argonaut with them bringing back the Croc series and hopefully Powerdrome. Um, this could be a big thing for seeing old companies, old dead companies that we have not seen in a very long time, coming back in a much bigger way. Now, I seriously doubt a company like the developers who worked on Myst are gonna make a grand Presto Studios, that's what they're called. I doubt Presto Studios would come back to work on reviving the whole Myst series as well as remastered Whacked. I don't think that'll ever happen, but every time we see an old company like both Acclaim and Argonauts just pop back up out of nowhere for without warning, just puts a big smile on my face, and it gives me hope in the future that we could possibly see, and I mean possibly see, more IPs that they used to own, or possibly will own in the future, to come, and hopefully after that we could actually see the future of what lies ahead for a company like Acclaim. Okay, guys, that's all the time for. So don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what are your thoughts on Acclaim coming back as an Indian retro studio, publishing studio, I should say. Sorry. Are you excited about this? Are you being skeptical about it? Are you happy about them actually working on some of their old IPs? Do let me know in the comment section. Okay, guys, peace out.